Harley Warwick was the mail pouch barn painter, and he lived not far from me growing up. And when I started to paint, I didn't want to be another barn painter because I felt like I did a lot of different stuff. So I just developed the barn artist. And I've been that ever since, even though I do all kind of different types of paintings. So back in 1997, just for fun, I painted an Ohio State Buckeye logo on my dad's barn, just as a challenge to myself to see how big I could do it, how big I could freehand and make it look good. So I just had a ladder and I was going up and down a ladder. Probably took a week to do it or something, you know, and I didn't know what I was doing. But it turned out pretty good. And my granddad took pictures of it. And then when he went into town to get the photos developed, he showed the local newspaper, and they ended up calling me and running a front page story on the local newspaper, the Barnesville Enterprise. A lady from Columbus in Ohio who had just recently been hired herself as part of the Ohio Bicentennial Commission. She saw that article and she remembered as a little girl that when they would travel, they would count mail pouch barns. She pitched the idea to the Ohio Bicentennial Commission. Instead of doing billboards, which they were, you know, about to do, what if they did barns? So they call me up, I'm 19 years old, and say, hey, would you like to paint some barns for us? We end up doing one barn in every county. Weather is the biggest factor working outdoors with what I do. The wind is one of the bigger ones, the sun is probably the biggest one. But one nice thing about technology is I can check the radar for rain. I can't just stop when it starts to rain. I have to stop ahead and so that the paint's dry before the rain. It's funny, when I go northwestern Ohio, the barns are big and it's a flat surface for me to work on. If I'm in southern Ohio, southeastern Ohio, the barns are fewer in between. And, you know, they might not be in as good a shape sometimes, and they need a lot of prep work. The accents in Ohio changes. You can probably tell in my accent, it's different than northwestern Ohio. So it's like you're in different countries, even though you're in the same state in some ways. And you see the different changes, the flat plains down to the rolling hills. So Ohio is awesome. My favorite part, I guess, about all of this is when I get finished, and the photography of the work that I just did. Once I leave, sometimes it's hard to leave because like you grow to know the place and the folks that own the barn or whatever, and you feel a sense of ownership with it. I mean, a project like this, I think it means more than just seeing another billboard. People can see and sense that this has been something that's hand-painted, and I think they just notice it more than other types of advertisement. There was times when I was doing the Bicentennial Project, it became a community event, and they would make it that. And I remember there was a few barns where I pulled in to start the barn, and there was 20 people there waiting to see it happen. 26 years later, I've learned a lot, still learning. And so I guess that's what brings us here on the America 250 barn. This logo, the red, white, and blue, I mean, it's awesome. This is the second one in the series so far. First one was in the Worcester, Ohio area along Route 250. And then now this one is in Fremont, Ohio. We hope to do some more, I think, in the future. And it'll be a great way to just display the upcoming 250-year anniversary